Well, brother, what can you do about it when the Hulkster's ready to make another movie? Well,
Watch it.
Yeah, I guess. No, no, Smeghead. We are not trying to. We are not trying to tread on your turf, okay?
Nope, don't want to do that.
I did not pick. We are not reviewing Suburban Commando. We're not reviewing this because you are the expert at reviewing Hulk Hogan movies.
Yep.
I am only reviewing it because it was from our long running pals rental reviews.
Wow. Let me see.
And it's
Let me
been
see it. Let me see it.
and it's been almost and it's been about nine
I want to see it. I want to see.
it's been about 9 or 10 months since we saw a rental reviews movie. The previous one, do you remember what it was before this?
No.
America 3000.
Hmm.
Do you remember that one?
A little bit.
It was the one where men were slaves.
Okay, let's talk about the movie.
And
We got
you
stuff to do tonight.
and you
Yeah,
watched
it's nice out.
and you watched about as much of that movie as you did this
This movie.
movie.
There's something about the afternoon on a Saturday or Sunday
It's
when you
Friday.
want to be weekend, when you want to be outside because the weather is nice and you're inside and you're tired from working all week and anyway,
I work 7 days a week. What's your excuse?
I do too.
You work 5.
I work 5 plus the weekend. Laundry, grocery shop, clean the house.
on.
Oh, yeah, better. You want my list? Blah, 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 pay the bills. Balance
Fun-
checkbook. Blah, blah, blah,
now-
taxes. Blah, 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 blah.
I looked up some fun facts.
Oh,
This movie was originally called Urban Commando and was meant to star in the Christopher Lloyd role Danny DeVito.
short guy? Who was going to be his wife?
I don't know. But in the Hulk Hogan role, Arnold Schwarzenegger. They decided to drop out and do twins instead, and so they casted Hulk Hogan in this role to cash in on No Holds Barred,
Oh, yeah. Wow, that was.
which
That's a good
came
one.
out 4 years prior to this movie.
Well, what about Christopher Lloyd? What did he do before this movie?
The year before this movie, he was in Back to the Future 3.
Well, at least he didn't go,
What?
how he talks. Yeah.
I was frozen today.
Yeah, and it's
I
Sunday.
now know where that meme came from.
From that movie.
Um,
So why don't we talk about the movie? Okay, so it starts out Hulk Hogan
in
is
space.
in space, and he is fighting, and he was supposed to get a guy back to bring him back to their ship or planet or whatever, and because he was captured, and he ends up on the ship, and then things happen.
He's running from like bounty hunters, right?
No, not.
And his power is like really low
So he has to re-energize.
on Earth.
And it
And
was going to take 6 weeks or 6 months or something.
6 weeks, maybe 6 to 8 weeks at least. And my theory, the movie didn't specify, and if they maybe they did, and I blinked at the wrong time.
Maybe.
But my theory is that he's like Superman, where he gets his power from the sun. Maybe that's the reason why he's
He
in
had power at
space.
night too.
Okay, maybe moon power. Tomato, tomato.
He just had a lot of power.
Now, beginning of this movie involved a lot of action in space. This movie was rated PG. Star Crystal was rated R. You tell me which movie is more extreme.
Now, if you asked me which movie I would watch again, I would watch this again.
You watched your eyelids more than this movie.
I'm tired. Lord. Anyway.
I'd watch this over Rogue One.
Ooh.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're going to have a lot of people mad at you. I stayed awake for that one.
And people are gonna
And you had to take a nap.
yeah, people are gonna say, "Oh, you didn't like Rogue One because it starred a woman." Yeah, my favorite movie's Lady Terminator. Be quiet.
Okay. Let's not get him started, folks.
So anyway,
Someone's got loud
Hulk
music out there.
Hogan in this is pretty much Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator 2, where
A neighborhood savior, except for the mime. That poor man.
and the cat.
I can help you climb. Really?
It was you can do this because it's okay if you hurt me because you're a woman. It's the thing where it's like he was in a box and Hulk Hogan saw it and was like,
And he was like, I can get you out of that force. And he and the guy goes flying against the building. He's trying to
yeah, he's
climb a
trying to
ladder.
climb a ladder, and then he's like,
Hulk Hogan's like, I
I can
can
get
get
you up there.
"You okay?"
And then
Then there's a third part where he's like doing Marcel Marceau, where he's like
pulling
pulling
a
rope, and he's like, "I can help you," and he's like, "You want?"
He's running away from him. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, was that a thing in the early '90s?
Mime?
Mime hatred?
No, he didn't know. Just like the little
The cat.
the cat.
There's this
Is this
girl.
your cat?
There's this little girl who keeps crying, and she's like saying, "The cat is stuck in the tree." So he pulls it down
Pulls the branch down.
so she can get in. She's like, "That's not my cat," and he's like,
Lets it go and the cat goes flying. Just like the skateboard was in space.
Yeah. Then he does it. Then he does it again where he's like, "Sure." It's like pulls it down.
Damn it, kitty.
Yeah, she says, "A kitty," and he says, "A goldfish." And then like tosses her, and it's like, thank God.
But he caught her.
So anyway,
There were some funny spots in this.
yeah,
Christopher Lloyd saved
wait,
a woman.
Larry Miller. Yeah, Larry Miller is like the evil boss where he like takes all the credit.
I worked the whole weekend. Arr.
I was with a blonde the whole weekend. Fun fact, he was in the running to play George on Seinfeld.
No.
It's dead serious.
Well, maybe, but no.
You know why?
They picked the right people.
You know why?
He knew the producer.
Because one of his good friends was Jerry Seinfeld.
Ah. Ooh. Well, it's not always good to work with who you're good friends with.
I think
I wish Adam Sandler knew that about what's his face.
Rob Schneider or Nick Swartzen.
God.
Wait, which one?
Both. But anyway, we're not talking about them. We're talking about this.
So Christopher Lloyd like turns on a gun and then like messes with the machine and stuff,
Yeah.
which kind of creates like a beacon for the bounty hunters to attack Earth.
Yep, to find him and kill him for their boss.
Oh wait, I need proof that this movie came out in the early '90s. I've got 2 examples.
Uh-oh. Let's hear them.
Rambo.
Okay.
Oh wait, 3 references. 2, it references Star Wars, doesn't it?
Sorta. And the music.
You said like Darth Vader or something?
Yeah, and the music.
And then the 3rd one. I've fallen down and I can't get up.
Really, you can be by my car. You can stand close.
Ouchie!
There was a car that was talking. You're standing too close. Get away from the car. You're standing too close.
Okay, you can stay as close as you want to be.
Just don't hurt me.
And then says, I've fallen and I can't get up. And I'm like, this is the 2nd movie that I've seen that references that.
Yep.
The other being Axum.
Yeah.
It's up to you to decide if this is better or worse.
It's better.
Now, are you sure you don't want to think
No,
about it too?
no, I don't want to think about that movie. No, no.
I mean, you can understand the dialogue.
Okay,
But yeah,
gotta get going.
so yeah, there's also another thing about like about Hulk Hogan. He
These
he's
boys that were racing.
no,
from
it's
the
like cantaloupes
block.
or something. Or
Oh,
melons.
melons. How do you tell if they're a little bit soft? You have to squeeze them and tell them. Splatters all over the older lady.
I got a really good one.
But you're supposed to buy it and then eat it, not just splatter it all over.
Was there another one where he was? Oh, there's another one where
Well, he went after the boys that almost hit
almost hit that kid.
Christopher Lloyd's
Mhm.
son.
Oh, but there's another part that's like pretty funny where they say,
You know what we're gonna do? What are you gonna do? Eat me up, rip out my insides, and feed it to like a wolf?
No,
no,
no, take him out and leave him on the gravel or the dirt.
no, I'm gonna sue you.
This planet is weird.
Because they kept parking their souped up
Hot rod.
hot rods in front
Or-
of. So Christopher
No,
Lloyd
no,
could
not a hot rod, but like a race car.
Yeah, so he could not pull into his driveway.
No, a dragster.
Drugstore. And then, oh, what about the stoplight? The 5 o'clock 500. They're all running
Oh,
their engines
yeah,
at this
where-
one stoplight.
Where it plays like the William Tell overture, thus making this a better Lone Ranger movie than the 2013 Lone Ranger
So when he
movie.
finally went through, then they played.
Dun, 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 dun. And also, this movie is kind of weird because it waits 6 minutes in to play credits, and not like credits of actors over like a blank scene or over like a black bar or over a black screen or over like a panning shot. But no, they just post the people's names over actual action scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
It's like they were like, oh, we don't know where to put the credits.
Oh, let's just put him right.
Just put it 6 minutes in. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
And also, Christopher Lloyd is wants to get a raise,
But his boss,
but
Larry,
he's timid.
yeah, he lets his boss talk him out of it every time.
So the first hour is kind of like screwball antics, and the final like 20-30 minutes is kind of like just straight up action scenes. I don't know how much to I don't know if I can stretch this
Well, I
further.
liked when Christopher Lloyd's boss, the secretary, said, "Take a chair,
No, take a seat.
take a seat." So he comes
And
back.
he comes back with he's like holding a big bench or a
couch like bench.
Yeah.
You know,
and then the executives, which
from Japan.
yeah,
They were pretty funny too.
they only had like a few lines.
I know, but then he calls her coward because she told him that.
Yeah, he lied at the translation. It's like, this man is really stupid. He's saying he can't wait to work with you. Coward.
And then what about the? Oh, he just shovels it with both hands or something.
I don't remember that line.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Oh," and we're so inspired by the translator. And then
Also,
when they were going to steal the crystals for the machine or for the spaceship or whatever, the secretary comes out with the gun. Okay.
maybe I'm thinking too much into this, but
Maybe.
this is a pretty strong PG.
No, they didn't have any.
There was a scene where Shelley Duvall was dressing all
Yeah.
dressing all made from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
And then there's another
See, he had a
part.
bad day.
And then there's another part where Hulk Hogan was like bleeding and stuff, and I'm like, and like saying about like carcass and stuff, and like bleeding and like beating up. Oh, and there was a funny line, um, where the villains were like, "Now get ready, cause I'm going to attack you." And he says,
Now I know why you guys don't talk.
It was like the villains from Sherlock Undercover Dog, where they're like just lifting weights and then they say, "Hey, dog!" It's like, okay, now I see why they don't have dialogue. And I kind of wonder if they were dubbed.
Hmm.
Or if they just like or, or if they just like inhaled helium prior to it.
Maybe.
I would say it's maybe worth a rental. If you want to buy it, I mean that's on you.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to buy it?
No, we don't need to.
You sure? I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm sure.
you'd save a lot of
I'm-
money on sleep medicine and hot cocoa.
I think we don't need to.
Anyway, rental reviews. We'll get to more of your movies
Yeah.
probably
thank you.
next year.
Thank you. Thank you so
Join us
much.
next time when
Hi.
we talk for a little bit.
Join us next time for.
Join us next time when we review one of Kay's picks.
Yay!
It's been a while. Bye.
Bye bye.
River.